Is it because you want to go, or is it because your parents are telling you to? Yo, what up everybody? It's your boy Chris. We back in the studio. And today in the video we're going to talk about, is the American college system worth it? I'm going to give you my perspective about this and my experience, and let's try to figure it out. So if you clicked on this video because you just wanted a quick yes or no answer, I'm sorry, but like, this is not this type of video. Because the concept of worth is subjective. What something is worth to me is going to be different from what is worth to you. With that being said, there are three main variables I would consider to try to figure out if college is worth it for you or not. So the first variable I would consider is, what are you getting your degree in? There are so many different degrees that colleges offer nowadays, but you have to understand that a college is a business before they're a school. You're not a student, you're a consumer, and they don't care what you major in because you're going to give them the same amount of money anyways. With that being said, what can we do to combat this? My advice would be to get a degree in a STEM field. This is STEM, which is Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. These jobs that you can get from this degree are usually really high paying and they're in demand. I cannot stress in demand enough, because if you major in something that is high paying but you can't get a job after college, like, what is the point? So I would consider STEM unless you're super passionate about something, and just go with that. The second variable I would consider is, how much are you paying for school? With the rising cost of colleges lately, the tuition is ridiculous, and to combat this, government gives federal aid in the form of loans. However, loans are not free money. You're gonna have to pay them back eventually, so whether you go to a really expensive college or a really cheap college is gonna be a pretty big factor. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to pay back those loans, whether it takes 10, 20, or even 30 years. The last variable I would consider is, where are you going to school? Is it a super prestigious school, or is it just like a really cheap school? And these are both good options for different reasons. If you're going to like a cheaper school, like, you can get your tuition paid for pretty easily and not have to take out too many loans. But at the same time, if you go to a super prestigious school, this might be a better option if you're going into a degree that, coming out of, jobs really consider where you went to. For example, like, if I went to Harvard Law School, I will definitely get a job way easier than if I went to Golden State University Law School. I think I just made that up, but yeah, you get the point. Like, if you go to like a no-name school, like, it's gonna be so much harder to get a job. With that being said, if you go to a prestigious school versus a no-name school and you get a medical degree and you're a doctor practicing MD, no problem getting a job. So in my experience, number one, I got my degree in physiology and entrepreneurship. Was that worth it? I'm gonna have to say no, because my physiology degree is useless. Since graduation, I have not used this degree at all, and the information and material that I got from it, I've never applied in real life. With that being said, it was useful in the fact that I learned how to learn, like how to study. I was able to network with a lot of like upcoming MDs, like optometrists, like all of the healthcare professionals, and I was able to just overall gain a great experience from this. So to answer the question, was it worth it? I would have to say, like, the actual degree, worthless, but the experience was worth it. Variable number two, how much did I pay? I went to the University of Washington, and I'm from Washington State, so I paid in-state tuition. I didn't get any grants, and I got like a few scholarships, but I didn't take out any loans, and that's super huge because I'm gonna graduate, or I did graduate, debt-free. And that's a really big thing to consider. I would recommend that if you're able to go to your state school, or you're able to like go into any program that allows you to pay in-state tuition, do it. Variable three, where did I go? I went to the University of Washington, which prides itself in like being one of the top healthcare schools, but that doesn't really matter because I only got my undergrad degree from it. At the same time, going to a public school and being in the healthcare profession, I'm going to be able to get a job coming out of school no matter what, because of what the degree is. So that with that being said, like, it was great that I didn't have to pay that much, and it was a pretty good school. At the same time, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, whether college was worth it for you is subjective, and it's up to you. For me personally, I think it was worth it, but I'm my own person, just like you're your own person. At the same time, there are so many different options. You can go get your registered nurse, you can go get your welding degree, or you can go get like your mechanic degree. Like, all of these don't require four-year universities. There are so many options, and I'm just advocating for you guys to explore them, that's all. So that's it for the video, guys. If you guys liked it or if it was helpful, be sure to like the video. At the same time, be sure to subscribe, because we're gonna have videos just like this every single week. Leave a comment down in the comment section about like what kind of videos and what kind of topics you want to see, and I'll try to get to it. I appreciate you guys, and bless up.